we all start in a basic, simple way, and we develop that style, correct? And things get better. And I love to look at my pieces earlier and look back and say, hey, you know what? This got better. I know more about these. My line got more expressive. My colors are more vivid. All that process, that you feel like I'm a better artist now. And sometimes, you are able to express things a little bit better through the art. So it's a beautiful process, but I think it's one that I love it that you're sharing that with us, because that way patients can see that it is okay to start with a
Oh
simple
yeah,
beginning and then move on little by little.
absolutely. And especially it's like me, I'm making a living out of it. It's my job. I've been painting so many paintings till I got to this point. It's a lot of practice. It's like really, you have to, like a face. I've been drawing like 500 faces, like oil faces or more even. And every time I learn, and still this day, I'm still not there where I want to be, and still have sometimes improved. And then I realized the next painting is not as good as the one I did yesterday. It's a process. And sometimes what is really funny is that other people feel more touched to paintings. I don't even think they are perfect, because it's a painting. It's not a photography, except if you want to be like photorealistic.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay to not have the perfect proportions, and just get there, get a feeling for it.
Yeah, but your pieces are amazing.
Basically, I'm really into painting women. For some reason, it's always, in the end of the day, even if I want to draw a landscape, it ends up as a woman. So I don't know why, this is just it. So therefore, obviously, they sort of have a style already, because it's just mainly portraits, faces, typography. I use that a lot because I'm sort of this more is more kind of person. So as much information I can put onto the painting, which then gives a feeling to the viewer or myself, is good, for my opinion. So I have the word which touches people. It's like sometimes I have like a face, and then the word says, I don't know, happy chap or something. And then someone says, oh, I'm a happy chap. I love this painting. Maybe they don't even like the painting, but I like the word. And I'm really, really, no, I'm not only trying, I'm really into positive things. I don't want to have anything destructive or negative on my paintings. So they're all like, give good emotions and good feelings. And that is also something maybe that goes in. And I use all these materials. I love collecting materials. Wherever I go, whatever it is, I find something. Just today, I collected so many pieces of wood. It's like where everyone thinks, why would you do this? I need them. One day, maybe I'll put them onto the paintings.
Yeah, and then you end up with a million things around your studio.
Oh yeah,
because I'm that way. And then I'm like, years later, I'm like, I haven't used that. Maybe, perhaps, it comes, but it sometimes usually comes to that moment where you feel like, oh, that piece is going to go in this. So
yeah, it's really bad if you don't find them anymore. It's like if you have so many and
yeah. What I have discovered talking to all these amazing artists is that we all have a lot of things that we do in common. Not, we all try to collect a lot of things. We try to look around. And it's funny because my husband is always like, thinking, oh, you have too many things around the studio. Why do you have to keep these? And why? And I'm like, because someday I will use it. Because maybe, and I find that that's like almost every artist is like that. So it's like awesome to see the stories. So let's talk about the media, because I think it will be nice for the patients to know that you do not only concentrate on one type of, let's say, acrylic or oils. You do mix media.
Basically, I've been trying out since the last 20 years all types of medias, because I had to get a feeling for it. And now at this point, I'm starting off with the underground. I'm using a wooden underground for the painting. You can hear it, it's wood.
Okay, so you don't use canvas, you use wood.
Currently not. Maybe it might change, but since I'm using so many materials to stick it on, I prefer having a stable underground. So I have the wood. I have someone actually making the frames and the backgrounds for me, so that I can just start with, putting the underground. The underground could be anything. It could be newspapers, it could be books. Like this one behind me, it's like you can't really see it. It's behind it. It's a book I found. It's a book from like 1800 something. So it has its own story, and on top of it, this is a sari. You know sari, like the Indian dresses. So it could be anything. The underground. So once you have the underground, or I have the underground, then I sketch onto this underground the proportions or the idea of the face, which I always paint faces or bodies sometimes. And then I paint with acrylics. I do the basic work with acrylics. And then once the acrylics has dried, and I do the details with oil, like the eyes or lips, nose, and some facial parts, I use it with oil. And then sometimes I get impatient and I start going back to the acrylics and the colors won't stick. This happens sometimes, but that's basically the sequence. You have the underground, you have the acrylics, you have the sketch, you have the acrylics, you have the oil. And then after everything is finished, then again, I do whatever I think the painting needs. So I can use spray colors or stick some additional things onto them, fabric, canvases, whatever I find I want. And then I put the furnace on top, and that's it. I actually do. I have, she's American. It's her name is Ashley Longshore. She is so much fun. Because she's just so much fun, and she's not taking it serious, and she's just having a good time, or at least that's how her marketing is expressed. I don't know her personally, and this I really like. This I really admire, and she's like, she's self-made artist. She's not working with galleries. She just gets the job done. She paints a lot. Basically, all of my paintings sort of come out of my heart because I want to express something that special moment. But this basically is the mother with a child and the endless love. And this painting I've painted, I was inspired by a friend. She has lost her child, like not in death, but losing it in court. And I have this writing here. It's powerful, not because you were not scared, but because you went on so strongly despite the fear. And this really touched me because she fought, or is still fighting like a lion for her child. And this is the way I just wanted to give her some good feelings, and also myself, like calming myself down for such a thing which was not supposed to happen. So this
Absolutely
is my
beautiful
mother and child painting, and I have this little blonde child because I have 3 children and 2 of them are blonde. So which you wouldn't think probably, but so I had to. This is how a mother, per my opinion, holds her child, like when she feels really like, she wants to cuddle and fighting for it. This is when I've just started, for instance, and this is was meant to be, it's just started. It's only like the sketching phase. This is supposed to become like a vision board for myself. Like, you're having this yoga person in the middle, like meditating, relaxing. And then I want to put all these, it's not there yet, obviously. I want to put all these things.
But this is great because they can see the process of your pieces.
Yeah. So what else do we have? We have the big one here.
That is amazing. So that's the one that we have seen in the background. Tell us a little bit about it. And plus, it's a huge piece.
It's just like really big. It's 2 meters times 3 meters height.
Gorgeous.
Actually, I have all this stuff in.
What is the message on that one? What is the subject?
This one is called Beautiful, as in beautiful with, here you see it?
Yep. Be okay.
And be yourself. And this is out of the Beautiful series. I had a whole series about this subject. It's just like, being beautiful within yourself. So this lady obviously had to be like especially beautiful, and all the flowers and everything.
There's a texture, there's colors, but there's a softness.
You can see the texture, like, it's like you have here, you have the gold, you have all these little applications, and then here more applications, and here even you have see this?
Oh wow!
I just actually cleaned this up. This is like the best it can ever get.
It looks pretty awesome.
So this is all my, all the fabrics I have. I collect everything and I get it sent by people, they're like, oh, I want to throw away this fabric. Do you need it? I'm like, yes, of course I need it. And,
That's
like old
awesome.
pillows and skirts, everything.
So
So
anything
already,
really can be part of your pieces of art. And that's something else for the patients, maybe to keep in mind. Anything can be one element of that piece of art that they want to develop. So how many pieces do you work at the same time?
actually quite a lot because actually I could show you that one. Let me just see. This one is like the background prepared, no painting on it yet. You see it?
Yep.
All the things, that's how they start. And then the painting comes on top.
Beautiful.
So because they all have to dry in layers, especially the oil paint. That's why I'm working plenty at a time. But currently I'm not in a painting phase. I have an exhibition next week and some other projects I'm working on.
Where is that exhibition?
Here in Frankfurt. Well, for me personally, it is, on the one side is of course the Pinterest or the photos and stuff, but I get inspired by the material. So if I have like a sari, or if I have like these things I took from the streets, how is the word? It's like where you have the big advertising walls. And sometimes when they're old and they fall down and you just wrap it off because they're not used anymore. It's like these things that I find really nice. And so I get inspired by the material, but probably if someone is not like working as an artist or hasn't done so much, what I could recommend would be is it's working with collages. It's like, of course you can always work with abstract paint. You can just try it out. Nothing can happen. But working with collages will bring you quite some nice results without having to know so much. There's just like one basic information I used to, like years ago, I gave some workshops and I was like, most basic information was try to find one subject, like main subject, and build all the other things around it. So you have some focus point, but except of that, like, for instance, you look at a magazine, you have a picture of a dog, let's say, and you think, oh, it's so cute. I want to make like a collage out of it. You can just, take it out of the magazine, keep your collage material, some writings, whatever you find, like a scrapbook, and then, just put it onto the canvas or the wood, wherever you want to, without sticking it on, just trying it out, putting it more up, down, and then stick it on there, like with some paste or some glue, maybe. I don't know. Just try it out. Because with working with collages, especially if you like realistic things, but you don't want to like really draw it, it's a super like thing to start off, just to get going and get a feeling for it.